Well, that was a lot of things in basically a stupidly short amount of time with no even breaks to even think about what we learned. Let's begin with we semi-got an aceless version of the OP. It was kind of cool. Tell you the truth, Zioagito on Twitter did an amazing job just erasing Ace from the entirety of the opening. So yeah, and seeing him as a civilian still with the Desire Grand Prix cast because his wishes are still ongoing because he's not dead is also really great. But he's kind of out from retaining his title as the Desire God because our final game is a castle game, like the very first episode, but with a different style Yamato and the Rook Yamato and a Yamato rider. And from my understanding, the castle Yamato is a lot bigger this time. In the midst of the battle, Rook said something that Shiro said once to Bofa, and the Yamato rider said the same thing that Genpin said before he died. And if we are already talking about dying, Azuma did bite the dust this episode after inhaling a buttload of copium, believing that the propeller buckle would actually help him defeat the boss. But at least he did die in his lover's arm, Ace, that somehow came to the plane and touched his ID core, getting all of his memories back. Ace tries to convince Girori to give him his ID core back, but Girori refuses. He tells Neon and Keiwa to try to beat the boss, and he even gives them the boost buckle. And here comes one of my problems with this episode, not only being stupendously fast without really any time to breathe, and that's the idea that, oh boy, Keiwa and Nago really needs Ace to win. Here's the thing, I get Keiwa not really wanted to fight because he's still kind of shook from the entire situation of the Yamato rider, and the Rook just straight up saying things that riders that just died said. I get that, but Neon saying that she's not strong enough and saying they're pretty much doomed without Ace is really dumb. I know she didn't really say that, but come on, saying that Ace is the only person that can win is slightly too much. But Tsurumi comes to the rescue because one of Ace's wishes is to continue to participate in the Desire Grand Prix until he dies. So Ace is still alive, and that means that wish is still a thing. And not only that, you're probably asking yourself how the hell Ace knew to touch the ID core or even know about the riders. Well, he kind of, I would say, memento himself, I may say that. He pretty much wrote clues around his room until he got to one of his posters where he wrote pretty much how to get back to the Desire Grand Prix. So that means Ace back in the game to defeat the boss. There is an amazing fight scene with, I think, one of the best uses of the Revolve On feature. And Geats wins again. But Tsurumi appears and she tells Ace, sorry bruv, Girori didn't improve of this cleared game, so that means the game isn't over yet. Now to other stuff. I want to talk about the man that works in the greenhouse, being one of the most intriguing characters of the show, the way that he lumps himself with the Yamato, and the weird situation of the Desire Grand Prix even working with him because he clearly wants the Yamato to win, so why the fuck are you working with him? And the admin of the game watching Ace and Semi being happy for Ace winning raises a lot more questions than answers. And what's the deal, or at least what's Girori's fascination with Azuma? Because he wants Azuma to win. He literally said in this episode, this is Azuma's chance. Did Azuma's wish can be twisted for Girori's sake? Because let's not forget, Azuma didn't ask for the riders to get eliminated. He asked for the power to eliminate riders. Does it mean a power-up or something else? Something more sinister. Yeah, kind of interesting, because he's a rider that kind of dies in the Christmassy part, and it is a Yuya show, so for him, at least for him, I can't see him leaving. He's pretty much Laser or Jin he's going to return in a brand new form, maybe working for the Desire Grand Prix, maybe has a kind of a Desire Grand Prix hitman, depends. It will be very interesting to see. I don't see him donning a Vision driver, maybe a completely different driver nonetheless, but that's going to be interesting. So yeah, tell me what you thought about it. It was a fine episode. I think it just was too much at the same time with not any breathing room. So yeah, tell me what you thought about this episode. Comment below, let me know, subscribe and like to my channel. Have a great rest of your day.